Okay, here we have a 2008 Honda CG125 in black. Just going to go through a few of the features of it. Okay, so in here, little 125 engine. Not the massivest of engines, but it gets me up to 70 easily. That's the fuel valve with on, off and reserve down there if ever I run out. This little black box is the carburettor, which is the reason why they've discontinued the model. The new CBF 125 has a fuel injected engine and thus no need for the carburettor. Okay, that's a gear changer and the peg, the fold down passenger peg, nice shocks. As you can see, it's got a chain which if you keep clean will be very nice. This little D here is a helmet lock, but I'm not entirely sure how it works. Okay, what else? I've mounted on the back of mine a geary box, which is a Micro 2, which fits nicely on the back, doesn't look too unsightly, and it's big enough to fit a helmet in, which is exactly what it's used for. Okay, up here we've got the instrument cluster, and on that side we've got speed and mileage, and on this side the fuel gauge, which is apparently quite useful because a lot of bikes don't have them. We've also got a neutral light which is on, the indicator light and the high beam light. To the handlebars, high beam on, off. The lights are always on, which is a European law. That's the indicators, so if you want to go right you press right, and then to cancel you have to push it back in. The horn, which is fairly loud. On the other side we've got the ignition and the brake fluid reservoir, and some nice mirrors which as long as you keep them clean you'll be able to see plenty. Okay, down the engine on this side we've got the oil and the spark plugs just up there. This black bit here comes off to reveal a secret compartment which you can fit the manual in, which is quite useful to have. And on the other side the whole side panel lifts off to reveal the battery. And that's the back brake there, which is a drum brake, as you can see. And on the front it's a disc, which is incredibly powerful. As you can see, I've fitted a screen to the front of it. Usually doesn't come with that. It cost me $19.99. I think it looks, apart from the gap just here, I think it looks jolly nice, to be honest. The headlight, it needed some adjusting when I bought it because it was couldn't really see much, but it's got one light that's on all the time, which is that light, which is the equivalent of just sort of a side light headlight type thing. And then if you put high beam on you can see into the distance, but as I said you needed some adjusting by these little screws here, or Allen key even, and just tilt it up and down. That's about it really. The bike is very reliable. I've only had to call out the AA once, and that was through my own fault really. I was a bit of a novice. As I say, yeah, it's handles well. In the rain she's fine. Had a bit of back wheel slip once or twice, but for the price, $1799, gets me where I want to go, gets me there nice and cheap. Costs about £9 or £10 to fill up the tank from empty with unleaded at the current fuel prices, which is about 89.9. And yeah, out of 5 I'd give it a 5 out of 5. It's a fantastic little bike. Does exactly what it says on the tin. No fuss even. Only downside I'd say is that it doesn't look as fantastic as some of the other bikes do. That's about it.